Good evening, everyone. I'd like to request everyone to take their seats so we can start the program. In the meantime, please enjoy the food that's being served. Good evening, honored guests, friends, and colleagues. This evening, I'm very excited to share with you a brand new initiative for the all-important Asian lubricant industry. You've probably seen a few of the posters or marketing collateral throughout the conference referencing the Asian Lubricant Manufacturers Association, or ALMA. Over the next 10 minutes, I'd like to provide you some background and context around ALMA. Who we are, what we do, what our plans are. Tonight is an opportune time to introduce ALMA. We're celebrating the inaugural FNL Awards, and we have Trevor Russell and Barbara Smith and Zelda Gansel are special guests of honor, and we also have Ron Powell, who was former president of ILMA, to join us today and accept the award. We have many representatives from leading lubricant companies around Asia Pacific and indeed the world in the room. Independents, national, and major oil companies are all represented here. I can't think of a better time to outline to you the plans for ALMA and hopefully begin to persuade you to support us and to help shape the advancement of this organization. I'm sure those of you who are or have been involved in various trade associations will emphasize the profound influence or contribution an effective association can make to aspirations of a free society and to the growth and development of individual organizations within that society. When we look throughout the world, a variety of lubricant manufacturers associations strive to advance member interests, whether via lobbying government, providing services and support, educating the public, or maintaining a favorable business environment for the industry. In the UK, we have UKLA. In Europe, we have UEIL and ATL. In the US, we have ILMA. There is, however, no voice for Asia. We lack a single collective voice of the lubricant industry. As you know, FNL Asia has been organizing this event since 1995, but we are a publishing company. We do provide a platform for people to give their views, and that we do that through our publications and through FNL Week, but that's not enough. While there are several small regional associations that are active in member countries, no one body advances the interests of Asian lubricant manufacturers, and throughout the globe, there's no infrastructure for cooperation throughout Asia. I personally believe this needs to change. In an accelerating global market, a single voice is important. Now is an opportune time for us as an industry to combine and cooperate to represent our best interests. So who is ALMA? ALMA represents the combined knowledge and expertise of lubricant manufacturers throughout the region. Our aim is to be representative of the entire Asian lubricant industry, including independents, national oil companies, major oil companies. By encouraging collaboration and membership from each of these groups, we can more effectively advance our collective interests and overcome key obstacles facing our industry. ALMA endeavors to become the principal voice as we unite around unprecedented challenges such as smarter regulation, advancement of manufacturing, protecting member interests, maintaining quality alongside speed to market, and overcoming external threats, such as, for example, oil counterfeiting. The association is very much in the formative stage of development, and I will outline later in my presentation the key milestones mapped out for ALMA over the next couple of years. I'm sure I don't need to convince any of you of the importance of the Asian lubricant industry. We are all aware of the central role Asia now plays in the global market. Asia Pacific is the fastest growing region in the world for lubricant demand. Over the next few slides, I want to take you through ALMA's vision and objectives to provide greater understanding of the role the organization will play within our industry. However, I would like to reiterate that we are at the formative stage of development. An effective member organization is shaped by its constituents. As prospective members, your input is critical to the evolution of this association into an organization that truly benefits our industry. The vision of ALMA is threefold. Trust, influence, and value are our three guiding principles. We aim to become the trusted voice of the Asian lubricants industry. To be an effective voice, we need to engender trust from all parties, members, government institutions, and the consuming public. Central to gaining trust will be ALMA's persuasive but collaborative approach. Influence. We aim to support the development of high-quality lubricants through our influence. This means removing barriers through innovation and the production of quality lubricants, whether they are regulatory, knowledge-based, or practical issues. And finally, the third guiding principle is to provide exceptional value to our members. No doubt, many of you will have different concepts of what value means and how an association can deliver this. ALMA will develop into an organization that provides exceptional value regardless of the size or type of lubricant manufacturer and individual requirements. I would like to drill down a little further into each of these three areas. How does this vision translate into measurable and achievable working objectives of ALMA? What does becoming a trusted voice actually mean? Establishing ALMA as a leading authority in the region's lubricant industry requires close working relationship with Asian governments and affiliated agencies, as well as strong ties to national and international associations sharing comparable objectives. We want to be seen as a mandatory consult to key industry change and an invaluable resource to these organizations. Perception management is also a key pillar in establishing a trusted organization. We will look to promote a favorable perception of the Asian lubricant industry and align with organizations that support us to achieve this goal. We are currently in discussion with a number of like-minded bodies on establishing mutually beneficial affiliations, and one of them is the ILMA. The success of any association can be measured by its influence. Our goal is to use our influence to support growth and innovation in the industry, thereby assisting the development of high-quality lubricant products. There are several aspects to this goal: promoting industry best practice and ethical standards, enabling non-competitive collaboration between individuals and their companies, providing input to technical bodies on behalf of our members, and finally, responding to public policy issues that affect our industry. ALMA's primary positioning is to bridge the gap between policy, research, and industry practice. As I mentioned earlier, the value proposition of ALMA will no doubt evolve over time to serve the best interests of our membership. Our initial focus is on implementing an effective organizational structure that caters to the needs of all members and enhances innovation. An effective structure will allow for a valuable networking environment, nurture member participation, and allow us to successfully protect and advance member interests in industry-wide issues. Once the structure is established, ALMA will develop and implement effective education and communication initiatives to delineate advice, information, news, legislative change, and encourage professional development. We will act as a clearinghouse for the distribution of technical knowledge. An exhibition is one of the early initiatives being planned by ALMA. We have set a target date of November 2018, and the exhibition is likely to be held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I would now like to take you through a few of the key milestones in the advancement of ALMA over the next couple of years. We are currently at phase 2. We have established the vision and primary objectives of the organization. They still require further refining as the membership becomes established and individuals and companies like yourselves get involved. FNL Week 2017 was earmarked as an opportunity to begin to articulate our plans and purpose to the industry. By mid-2017, we aim to have formed our initial steering committee, and on March 9, 2018, we plan to have ALMA's first member meeting in Macau. At this point, our focus will turn to the development of the ALMA Constitution, bylaws, and detailed prospectus. We aim to be in a position to accept memberships and actively recruit members later this year. The communication program and ongoing calendar of activities will likely commence in mid to late 2018. Hopefully, you are now all thinking, how do I get involved? Or how can I get more information? We are really keen to hear your input and feedback. I honestly have been dreaming about this since 2003, and I think I will live the day to see it happen. As everyone knows who knows me, this is my passion. I started in this industry in 1984 in Washington, D.C., and when I moved to Asia Pacific, I looked around and I saw there was nothing. And we started the first FNL conference in 1995, and I can tell you, a lot of people were wondering, is she really going to do this? Can she really do this? And 23 years later, people know that we can do it, and we can do ALMA. So right now, we're still working through a few logistical matters, and we will be in touch with you via email with further details. In the meantime, if you have any thoughts or questions, suggestions, please feel free to come and chat with me. I know I've taken a lot of your time, but I thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy your dinner. We will resume the program in a few minutes. We just want you to relax, have a few wine, enjoy the rest of the evening, and enjoy talking to your colleagues. This is really a once-a-year opportunity, and we just want everyone to have a great time tonight. Thank you so much.